If you've run or hired an agency to run Facebook ads to get you buyers and sellers, you've probably run into 3 major issues. 30% of the leads were fake info, another 40 to 50% never picked up the phone, and the remainder of the leads would just say things like, I never signed up for that, or I just wanted to see pretty homes. For the last year, I've spent hundreds of hours and tens of thousands of dollars researching different models and new ways to deliver results for my clients. And in 2025, I've switched to a new way of getting traffic that I'm going to lay out in this video. So the new way that I found after testing all different types of platforms, different ad creatives, etc., is intent-based audiences and just audiences in general. And I found that YouTube ads does the best way of actually targeting your videos to those who are actually motivated to buy and sell. So how this works is Google, which is the owner of YouTube, has something called intent-based targeting, where essentially you can take people's keywords and have things that are pre-built audiences by Google's AI called in-market audiences and search history, basically taking people's history that they've been recently searching on Google, and isolate those people in a specific group so your videos and your YouTube ads are only targeting those within this specific parameters. So coming on over into the Google Ads audience targeting, you can do things like interest and detailed demographics, and basically you can target, for example, like if you're looking for buyers, just people that are purchasing a home soon. And you're only gonna target your videos to people that are in that criteria and fit that criteria. So as you can see here, like it's gonna obviously determine what type of like gender is associated with this. It's gonna take people's ages. So the majority is like, you know, ages 35 to 65 plus, and it has all of their interests already pre-built for you. You can also take custom segments. So for example, if you have certain keywords like, Zillow.com, Realtor.com, etc., you can only target people that are only searching these specific terms. And this way you're isolating who you're actually targeting. And you're not showing your videos to anyone and everyone. Now, going back to this, it also allows for precise geographic targeting as well. So you can get as granular as targeting neighborhoods and cities. So what that looks like is if we hop on out of here for a second, if you go to the campaign level, what you can do is essentially go down here to locations, and let me just clear this out. Click on advanced search, and let's say you want to target a specific neighborhood within a specific city you're in. So this is a town called, or let's do a bigger city. Let's say you go into Charleston, South Carolina, and you want to target, for example, Joe Rivers Road. You can get as granular as typing in Joe Rivers Road in Charleston, South Carolina, and you can get as granular as doing a 1 mile radius around that specific location. So if you want to target this neighborhood, you can do that. Or you can go right over here. Let's say you want to go into like the Riverland Terrace. I believe you can even just type in Riverland Terrace, and you can go as granular as a 1 mile radius around that neighborhood. You don't have to worry about sticking to a broad range of 10, 20 miles if that's what you so choose. Now, if you decide, you can also, obviously target the specific location as well. So if you type in, Charleston, South Carolina, you can do like the metro area, or you don't even have to do that. You can go just the specific city. So Charleston, South Carolina, as you can see, and just target the city itself. And so this way, all of your marketing dollars are going specifically to those who are actually within the neighborhood you're looking for and the people that are actually motivated to buy and sell. So you're not wasting dollars reaching out to audiences who are just people that are not in the selling position at all. Because the thing is, how it works is if you're reaching out to anyone and everyone, your budget could be spending money, or you could be spending money and your budget could be allocated towards 20-year-olds looking for camping gear. And obviously they're not relevant and you're just wasting money. Comparing this to Facebook, the targeting is restricted due to like housing ad regulations and etc., all that kind of legal stuff. And so because of this, you have to use broad targeting. So you literally only have a minimum of a 15-mile radius or 25-kilometer, depending on what area, location you're in. And you can't target by age, gender, or the specific location. And because of this, the audience usually ends up being less relevant, and it just leads to wasted ad spend on things that are irrelevant, audiences that are irrelevant, and in the end, this is gonna drive your cost per lead, cost per closed deal, way higher than something comparative to YouTube ads. And so to understand this a bit deeper, Google or YouTube has on average about 30,000 data points on a person and any given populated location, the US, Canada, UK, etc. And if you don't know what that means, your name is considered one data point. Imagine having 29,999 other data points on you specifically. They know you better than you know you. And because of this, they can actually attract these people, and they know exactly who's motivated to buy or sell. And this is going to lead to your leads having more motivation. They're going to be more curious and actually serious to buy and sell. And because of this, your prospects are then inevitably going to be more familiar with your brand. They're going to be ready to act, and you're going to have less time filtering out all the low quality leads and wasting time spending calling people that, again, are saying things like, I just wanted to see pretty homes. I never signed up for that. Who are you? And this is just an example like we broke down before, as you can see, of just certain keywords that target specific sellers. So compared to the Facebook ads, these leads are in the distracted audience category. It's coming from passive users scrolling on your phone. Facebook is not an intent-based platform. Facebook is an engagement-based platform, meaning that people are going on there to be entertained. They're not going on there to learn. You could argue, of course, people go on YouTube, especially young kids, trying to, watch videos at night, etc. But for the most part, Facebook ads, as far as the ratios go and percentage-wise, is way higher, more considered an engagement platform comparative to YouTube, which is much more based on learning and education. And so because of this, inevitably, the leads are going to come, like I said, more passively. They're lower intent, and their qualification among other leads is just lowered and basically baseline. They're the coldest they will ever be. And agents spend so much time sifting through all these uninterested prospects, and overall the lead quality is lower because of it. And so naturally, if you don't have as much knowledge on YouTube ads versus Facebook, you're probably asking yourself, what's the return on investment and how much more expensive is YouTube? Because, what's the caveat, right? And I will be transparent. As I tell everybody and all my past clients, YouTube ads is a higher cost per lead, but at the end of the day, you're going to have a lower cost per acquisition, meaning the amount of money it takes to actually get someone under contract, because the conversion rate is significantly higher. Whereas a conversion rate is less than 1% on Facebook, YouTube is something in the vicinity of conservatively 5%, all the way up to 15, even sometimes 20%. And so the other aspect to this is also because it's such low competition with YouTube ads. Right now, nobody wants to do it. And if you're not going to hop on this trend now, what's going to happen is eventually, once everyone figures this out, it's going to be as expensive as YouTube or as Facebook ads to close a deal because everybody's doing it. But because it's so low competition, it keeps the costs manageable. It keeps the cost per click lower, the cost per view. So you need to hop on this now is really what I'm saying. And because the precise targeting is so narrow and it's isolated so well, it's going to reduce wasted ad spend. And this is going to mean inevitably higher quality leads, which inevitably, like I said before, lead to a higher return on your investment. Now, as opposed to something like Facebook ads, what's happening with Facebook is the ad cost is rising because the competition is increasing and there's nothing that's changing. Yes, people are starting to post video ads on Facebook, etc. But the problem is they're still competing with people in their area because everybody's running Facebook ads. And because of this, the average cost per click is just skyrocketing. The cost per impression is climbing. And the cost per lead is increasing while the quality stays the same, which is going to increase the actual cost per closed deal or client. And in the end, realtors are just wasting more time and money on unqualified leads, which is going to reduce your return on investment at the end of the day. And so the final thing that I want to touch on, which most people overlook before even running ads, is ad approval, and then the platform's overall stability, meaning the longevity of an ad, how long does it last, when does ad fatigue set in, etc. And with YouTube ads, the beauty of it is it's such a smooth and transparent ad approval process. It usually takes 5-10 minutes, and it rarely ever experiences ad disapprovals or account suspensions as opposed to Facebook, which I'll break down in a minute. And the other beautiful aspect of it is that Google provides such a responsive and fast support when you're running into ad issues. Don't use them for advice for actually how to run and target and set up your ads, because they're just going to tell you to do optimized targeting and basically spend money as much as you can in order to reach out more people. They're trying to make money, and they're going to capitalize as much as they can. But when it comes to fixing an ad or getting your ad approved, they do a wonderful job, and they have super fast support on that. And because of this, it's super reliable for maintaining consistent lead flow, because your ads are able to run for long. They're not going to get disapproved like within 1 month of you posting it. and you can continually get leads coming into the pipeline without having to worry about the management of the back end as much. Comparative now moving into Facebook ads, where it's been such saturated over time that it's become so strict, and it's become really unpredictable as far as the ad approval process goes. Sometimes you'll post an ad and it'll get rejected, and then you'll post it again and it gets approved, and it's just ridiculous. And if you get your account restricted, or rather you get your ads restricted enough times, your account gets restricted and banned, and you can't even post, and you have to create a whole new account. And it's just a mess of a process. And this is what gets people discouraged, even just to begin with Facebook. And the worst part is sometimes when you have your ads running for a month or two, they then get disapproved out of nowhere, and your account can literally be banned with 1 month of running your ad. And if you have a successful ad campaign, all of that momentum is just gone to shit. And so this platform instability basically just disrupts the lead generation efforts and wastes so much time compared to when you can just run an unsaturated market within YouTube ads, run an ad on there, have a smooth process, have support when needed, and you're just winning. Now, if you've been thinking to start YouTube ads for your real estate business and you don't know where to start, I've recorded an entire 45-minute YouTube ads course going over how to set up your ad account, how to make winning ads, and how to manage the entire system. That video is right here. That's all I've got, and I'll see you in the next one.